Hey guys, welcome back to our third segment. It's Ryan Mastry bailed on us, so I'm gonna have to get his predictions off phone. We have Andy's predictions though, so I guess we'll just compare them next week, and we'll see who gets to stick around and who does not.
I would say this was a pretty good podcast. What would you say, Mayo?
I'd give it an 8 or 9 or 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Just to be neutral.
One of those.
Of the 3.
And I actually had to go into my room with the recorder by myself to record the intro, which was
it's good. I like the intro.
It was an adventure on its own.
I really like the intro. Yeah,
What?
First you were in your room, and then you were outside. We were like, what's he doing?
Well, I am to be fair, I'm really drunk right now, so
Still?
For sure.
No, dude, I'm a lightweight forever. You don't understand.
I guess I don't, man.
You know what I think? You know what I think it is? Both my parents were not into, still to this day, both my parents are not into alcohol at all. They hate alcohol.
I don't think drugs or alcohol has anything to do with your genetics.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it has.
Well, in that case, I'm
anything.
just fucked up then.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably better because you probably spend less money in theory.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
Right. To get
if I
more
drink
messed up.
3 beers, I'm done.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. I would rather prefer that than being able to drink 7 beers and be done because it's less beer intake.
Absolutely.
No, I'm kind of like that. It depends. It depends on the situation.
Well, it depends if you want to drink to get
Messed
drunk.
up.
You know what I mean?
Right.
If you just want to drink and you're not lightweight, so it could be a good situation because it just loosens you up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But if you want to drink to get effed up and it takes a lot to get you there, then that could be pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Mike, I have a question for you.
Sure.
How was your summer?
My summer was great.
Did you have any cool stories or anything?
All I can say is I went to Dominican Republic.
How was that?
It was cool. I went on vacation and it was all inclusive, which I think is the way to go if you're gonna go to a country like DR.
Yeah.
Because you just don't have to worry about anything. I mean, we went to the pool and the pool has a bar within the pool, and you just walk up to the bartender and say, "I want this," and you don't have to worry about paying for it, how much it costs. You just try things. You just try different, mixes of drinks. It just was really cool to not have to worry about that kind of element to your vacation. You don't have to worry about paying for anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you made the payment already. You're already paying dearly to get to the place, but at least you have to pay more after that.
And look who just joined us. It's Renato, John, and she. Hey, let's get their voices in it. How are you, Renato?
Very good. How are you doing?
Good. How about you, John?
I'm doing pretty good today.
No, get closer to the mic. How are you, John?
I'm doing
Jesus
great.
Christ.
I'm doing
He's
great.
hijacking my show, man.
What's up, fellas? This is Ashim. I'm the CEO of this podcast, and I want
We're getting taken over.
99% of every profit.
You see, people don't
It's good that
notice,
we
but
make
he's
zero
actually.
profit.
You see, people don't notice, but he's actually the principal of Albany.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's the CEO of Amazon. That's Jeff Bezos over there, isn't it?
That's the same guy.
That's him. What's up, Jeff Bezos?
Oh.
Good.
We're taking this podcast hostage. We want 6 pizzas, large, pepperoni.
Well, we got 2.
We were past pizzas already.
Damn it.
No, we need 6.
You
want
just came
food?
an hour closer.
If you want food, it's gonna be Chinese food now.
And a
We're offering
My Little
Chinese.
Pony, Rainbow Pony.
Oh, dude, come on. That's in my intimate collection.
Rainbow Pony is my shit. Rainbow Pony is number 1 right now. Rainbow Pony is top notch.
So wait, did the water give you shits
What water?
in Dominican Republic? I was about to say Puerto Rico. That would have been very
No,
ignorant.
because again, it's all inclusive. So the maid services would put a couple of drinks of a water bottle in your fridge.
But
so
you
don't have to
you
worry
wouldn't
about
drink
drinking the
for
water.
you wouldn't drink from the tap.
Probably not. They serve tap water when if you go to a restaurant or something like that. But they're also coming around and offering some kind of juices. You know what I mean? You get a mango juice or a pineapple juice.
You got the juice.
And you get safe from the water.
You got the juice. You got the juice.
I got the juice.
As Chance the Rapper would say,
Direct
you got the
quote.
juice.
I actually have a funny story.
Go for
Go
it.
for it.
When I went outside, I saw them.
Going outside's tough.
Yeah, and I saw them, and they were like, "Andy, what the hell is that thing?" And he pointed at
E.T.
this moving thing in the grass.
Aliens.
So
Ancient aliens?
I got closer to it, and this thing turned towards me, and
Lizard, snake,
I realized, oh fuck,
spider.
that's a skunk.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And it ran towards me, and I was like, no.
Oh man.
And I ran back here.
Man, did you smell skunk on the way here? Because I feel
Not
like
at all.
Okay, I just felt like on the way here, I just smelled skunk.
That's right.
You know what? I wouldn't.
It's probably just me.
Do you really that bad BO
Yeah.
that I would
Yeah,
confuse you
absolutely.
as a skunk?
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, to be fair, what does a skunk smell like?
You've never
Gasoline.
smelled a skunk before?
Like gasoline mixed with hot garbage.
Have you never driven on the in the LA Have you ever driven on the LIE?
You know what?
Dude, I hit skunks constantly in the LAE.
You hit
really?
it.
Like, no,
Murder.
because they run across a highway, man. That's not my fault.
Murderer.
I'm going 65, 70.
To be clear, any of Doorty's a murderer.
He's a
skunks.
liar,
Of
a
skunks
killer,
primarily.
a fraud.
Do you like Pepe the Pew? Well, and he just killed him
Hey,
in
man,
the LAR, whatever you just said.
I don't.
I actually have a really funny story.
Go for it.
When I was little, my mom used to tell me that the smell of my neighborhood is known, like Port Washington is known for pot.
Okay.
Its nickname is Pot Washington. So when I was little, my mom used to lie to me and say that the smell of pot was a skunk. So when I got to Albany, I smelled pot. I was like, oh, the skunks were here, weren't they? Little did I know, it was pot.
Maybe it was pot that I smelled.
It could have been pot.
It was just
it's
cheap
somewhat
pot?
similar.
Just cheap pot that I smelled
It's somewhat similar.
on the entire way
Not really,
here.
but like somewhat.
It depends. If you're getting really cheap stuff, that stuff smells like gross.
Yeah.
Very true.
I know you.
Although that happened to me too, because my next door neighbors actually did, like, they were like smoke when I used to live in Stony Brook on Long Island, and they were like drug dealers.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and like I would smell it all the time, and I'd be like, "What's that smell?" And my parents would be like, nothing. Don't worry about it." And I had asthma too, like it was bad.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so
No, that's like really, really hardcore. Like you could kill somebody like that.
with pot
suffocate-
smoke.
Yeah, no, dude. There's like some stories about that, like people suffocating next door neighbors, like with that smoke when they have asthma. That's like lethal.
Yeah.
Shit.
So we moved,
Yeah, no.
and that was a resolve.
You better thank your lucky stars, because
Thank my lucky stars.
thank your lucky.
It is
stars.
an expression. Don't judge him. It's an expression.
I know, but thank my lucky stars for moving.
Andy,
Hell
fuck
yeah.
you.
Okay,
I'm kidding. I love you. I love you so much, Andy.
this is a roller coaster that I
Andy,
didn't
I
feel
love
like
you.
getting on.
Andy, I am in love with you.
Is this
Speaking-
why you wanted to record another session of the podcast?
Speaking of
Yes.
summer, how was you guys this summer? My summer was all inclusive. How about you?
Andy, you go first.
All right, so mine. I went to Aruba, and
terrible. Go on.
no, it's crazy there because just I mean, it's very like America like there's a lot of different things that are very very. They have a lot of our customs.
Yeah.
So along with having like a lot of our customs, I think they also like some of their native stuff like that goes on is just like crazy. Like we had like maybe like 30 feet offshore, they had like these buoys. Like the boating laws are like crazy there.
Really?
So like literally you'd see like these cruise ships like on these buoys, and they were only like probably maybe like I said like maybe like 30 feet off the shore. So like you could easily swim to like the buoys. But like beyond those buoys, it was like safe for like boats to travel there. So like you would wake up some mornings and like walk onto the beach because our resort was right on the beach, and like you'd see like a big ass like cruise ship on like the far side of these buoys, like up against the buoys. So like you'd be like, oh man, if I was like swimming by that thing would like totally clip me.
Nice.
But
well, that's
but it was like just crazy. I mean, there were some things like that. I mean, I had a great time. So
Yeah.
I mean, and it's crazy because like that island's very windy. So I got like sunburned a lot there because I didn't realize that like with like the wind and stuff like that, like it literally brings like probably about 20 more. It's like 20 degrees cooler than it would be on like a regular like South American island. So like but like you're still closer to like the equator than we are like here. So like you're getting more sun exposure at the same time you're like still like as cool. Like it's weird. It's a very weird feeling. Andy, how was your vacation? Hello?
yeah. Anyways, yeah. It was pretty good. I had a really great summer.
Great.
Like, I had no complaints. But the most significant part of the summer happened around the late part. I went with my friends Michael Zimmelman and Chris Pedro Antonio to go to Barclays Center
Nice.
around August. We went to go see SummerSlam.
Ah,
And-
wrestling.
yeah, and we had a pretty wild time.
Okay.
We drank beers beforehand. We met new people. We actually met a YouTuber over there.
Who?
His name is Grim. His channel's name is The Grim Toy Show. He has like 1 million followers.
Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, and we met him out of circumstance, out of chance. And we took photos with him. And then we saw the show. It was wild. We were screaming the entire time. It was honestly one of the best moments of my entire life. It was a great night.
Yeah, WWE puts on a show. They do. A good
No,
job.
they
do
Oh
a good
man,
show.
even though like people are like it's fake, like
They're athletes.
They're
Yeah.
very entertaining too.
Yeah.
I mean, it dipped for a long time, but I feel like they're now like on the upswing. Like some of the stuff that they've done, I'm like, wow. I mean, they still blow it with like a couple like decent guys and stuff like that. But no, I think that's cool. That's really cool.
Gentlemen.
How'd you like the Barclays Center? Because I know they have that like obstruction view,
Yeah.
and I really hate going to Islander games there.
It was actually my first time there, and it's huge. I
Yeah.
really underestimated how huge it was. I walked in there in like the arena center, and it was just like, wow, it's expansive.
Right.
It
Were you in obstructed view seating? Or?
yes,
Okay.
I was way up in the nosebleeds,
Right.
because that's all I could afford.
Right. Me too.
We're college students. Don't
Me
worry
too,
about
man.
that.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we had a great time.
I just feel that like when I'm in those seats, I feel like I'm leaning forward.
No,
and then
yeah.
you can only be on one side too for like Islander games, because literally if you were like on the other side, like you wouldn't be able to see the rink.
Yeah, like,
So,
you almost worry, because like I had to go to the bathroom at one point, and I had to hold on to the rail downstairs, so I thought I was gonna fall.
No, yeah,
Right,
like
yeah.
you're literally like leaning forward the whole time.
Like you're risking your life.
I can't wait till the Islanders are out of there, man.
I heard they're going to
Not Bayport.
Belmont.
Belmont.
Yeah, Belmont.
Yeah, they're trying to get the permits over there. I don't know if that's gonna go
I
through.
think they're gonna get it.
Hopefully.
Because
Well, you know what the Coliseum did? We ended up redoing the Coliseum, which was proposed like already before the Islanders had moved. So that was like really aggravating. And then at the same time, when they redid the Coliseum in like the past year, they made it like something stupid, like 200 seats like less than like NHL regulation, just so that the Islanders couldn't come back. And I that pettiness, man, I hate that.
yeah,
I
and you
hate
know
it.
what? I'll say it right now. I love Madison Square Garden, but when it comes to hockey, Nassau Coliseum was the best venue.
That place
best.
would shake, man.
Yeah. Not only that, but like the way you'd see the ice rink from like even the bleacher section,
Right.
like, it was unfathomable.
The only thing that would happen there was hockey.
Mm-hmm.
So like the seats, the way that they did the seats were like they were built on top of the rink.
Yeah.
So it was completely just a hockey like stadium. I mean, they ended up having problems like with like attendance, because the team always like blew when I was younger. But like we'd be able to like get like $15 tickets on like a random night. Like I think my cousin and my uncle, they like my cousin's family, they split tickets with the side that's like not related to me, and they would all like hand around the tickets, and like they would go with me, and we'd be able to buy the tickets that were like buy the seats that were right next to theirs,
Wow.
because that's how empty the place was.
Jesus.
Yeah, but I got to see a lot of Islander games when I was young. You know, what I mean? I got to go
absolutely.
all the time, because it was just it was like $15 a pop.
That's kind of the best thing to do, because like it's a similar story to how the Mets are right now, where like you could go for $6.
Yeah.
I actually went there recently with my friend Everett, and it was $6, but it was still a great game,
Yeah.
and it was worth it. I mean, because it's $6.
Yeah, you're watching,
Right.
you're watching live sports, like.
Yeah, no, like that's the thing I realized. That's just that's the thing I realized about baseball is like it's on TV. It's still fun, but like it's not as fun as watching it live.
Yeah.
Watching it live is a whole different story.
Right.
Like you're in there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
overall, it's really fun. It
Yeah.
really is. That's the best way to put it.
So. But yeah. No, we got anything else to cover? Any housekeeping we have to cover? I don't think so, right?
No, I still
Like
don't
we
use
did
social
everything.
media, so.
Yeah.
Alright,
do you want people to follow you?
Yeah. If you're on Twitter, you can follow me at Andy Araya 396. No
Spell your
space.
last name.
Good call.
Thank you.
Andy Araya Araya 396 at Twitter. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Andy_Araya1 number 1. And if you want to add me on Facebook, it's just Andy Araya Araya. How about you, Andy?
Well, first I just gotta say that Andy, he did the intro to this episode, but no, he's a great guitarist. He's a great guitarist, though.
Thank you.
On top of that,
I appreciate that.
He was jamming out before, and I was like, "Damn, this kid's insane." But
I love you.
you can follow me on Twitter at Andy Doorty. That's Andy Doorty. You probably couldn't find this podcast if you didn't know how to spell my last name. We have the Twitter polls up for 7 days, so they'll probably be at like 6 days or something like that. That's more than enough time for you guys to answer. I'm trying to think what else. It's Andy Doorty on Facebook. That's Andy Doorty. I am the editor-in-chief of the Odyssey Online, so you can go to that. That's Odyssey Online, and check out the U Albany page. And we have a bunch of stuff going on with that. We have a bunch of really great writers. A lot of people we just added who do some really cool stuff. We got one girl who's doing like a spoken word poetry type thing, and she just joined in the past week. And literally, I was reading that piece this morning, and it blew my mind. I was like, this is insane. I then thanked her, DM'd her and thanked her because I was like, thank you for choosing us to put that with, because this was amazing. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. But I'm like that was really cool. So we're trying to do some cool stuff. We're trying to add some cool people on that do some cool stuff. That's Odyssey Online, and we are the U Albany section of that. Trying to think what else. I'm just Andy Doorty on Instagram. I write articles every week, and we do this podcast every week. So I think that's all we got for this week, guys. Thank you, Andy, again for being on with us.
No, dude, thank you. I've been looking forward to this all week.
Good to hear.
And it definitely lives up to the hype.
Yeah,
awesome.
Of course, it always does.
Also, I want to say to the fans, if you listen to the intro and you need a hospital bill because of your blown eardrums. You can reach me at andyaraya1@gmail.com. I will happily pay for your bill.
Oh boy, I wouldn't offer that, man. But just go and support Andy, just doing the stuff that he does. You can use the hashtag Andy Doorty Show on Twitter. I'm sorry, I'm burping. To give us some stuff to talk about. Send us some questions that we can answer during the course of the podcast. Do you like what's going on? Do you not like what's going on? Next week we will see if Andy's going to come back or if it's going to be Ryan Mastery that comes back to our football picks. And
I'm so confident about my own picks that I look forward to
I
coming
bet
back.
you are, man. Okay. I bet you are. But that's it for this week, guys. Thanks for listening, and we will talk to you next week.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
With a
prayer.
Yeah, a group prayer.
Dear Lord, let's get twisted with some twisted teas and
Hell, amen.
And some Oktoberfest.
Hallelujah.
It's Jewish holiday rush.